Welcome back to my channel. Today we'll practice restorative yoga for stress relief. We will begin by cultivating our diaphragmatic breath. This breathing technique helps you to breathe bigger. It helps you train the muscles in your abdomen and diaphragm to open up and take in more breath. Lie down or come to a comfortable seated position. Begin to notice the breath in its natural state, following the path of the breath as it moves in to the body and noticing where it travels to. Place one hand on the belly, one hand over the heart. Breathe into your abdomen using your diaphragm and feel the hand rise as it fills and feel it lower as you exhale. Follow this movement and notice where your breath is traveling. See if you can bring the breath into the abdomen so your breath is more expansive. Take full deep breaths, never strained or rushed. Breathe in strength. Breathe out tension. Release your hands down to rest comfortably on your knees. Continue your diaphragmatic breathing to soften the body. Allow your breathing to discover its own natural, unhurried pace. And as ideas enter your mind, allow them to float away without attachment. Now listen to the world that exists inside you. Hear the clattering of your mind, the constant talking to ourselves. See the patterns and habits of the mind, planning, scheming, calculating, judging, comparing, worrying. Note when your thoughts dwell on memories, reliving them over and over like an addiction to thought. Note when your thoughts chase after the future, attempting to control time by planning and hoping. But allow yourself to let all that thinking go, just for a moment. Reassure yourself that even if you quit thinking for just a few moments, it'll be okay. Give yourself permission to love this moment without calculating what you could be doing instead. Encourage yourself that you deserve this time out from the hectic life you lead and the frantic thinking you're so accustomed to. Your breathing is unstrained. Simply breathe as your thoughts come and go, continuing to focus on that deep inhalation, warm and wide into the belly, and that nice long extended exhalation. Let go of tension as your body falls into a state of peaceful quiet. Unclench your jaw, soften your face, and let go of your tongue. Your heartbeat and breathing are serene and steady. Watch your thoughts come and go like clouds in the sky. Feel your breath sink lower and lower into your lungs. Hear the silence grow as your mind hushes. You are relaxed, calm, and centered. Your heart rate and breathing are calm and steady. Enjoy this quiet, this peaceful serenity. When you know it is time to leave this place, begin to return. Let your breathing bring you back. Gently take a couple of deep breaths. Pause a moment. Remember one last time that you can return to this place anytime you wish. It may only be for a moment, but it will remind you of the sense of peace that's yours. Feel the goodness of the meditation for a few moments longer. Whenever you are ready, begin to slowly move onto the back, bringing a strap around the right foot, extending the leg up to the sky. Allow your left leg to be long and anchored into the earth. Upper body is relaxed and soft. We'll stay here for a minute or so, just encouraging a gentle stretch along the back of the right leg. Much of our day-to-day life is spent seated or driving in a car, and that takes its toll on the hips and the lower back. So it's helpful to stretch the hamstrings, the legs, to bring some energy back into the lower body. Take a few more breaths right here before switching the strap into the right hand and extending your right leg out to the side. Bring your left hand to the left hip to keep that left leg anchored down into the floor. You can bridge the gap between your leg and the earth by bringing a bolster, blanket right underneath that right leg for support. We're not looking to hold any muscles or engage any of the muscle groups, but rather just begin to encourage those stretches along the legs and in this case, the inner thigh. See if you can continue that diaphragmatic breathing down into the belly and drawing out that exhalation breath. On your next breath in, begin to guide that right leg back through center, switching the strap into the left hand as you bring that leg over to the left. I'm using a block here to again bridge that gap between the leg and the floor, so I'm not holding on to any muscles, but rather just letting the body stretch out with the breath as we hold here for about a minute. Check in with the jaw, check in with the shoulders. Notice if you're gripping anywhere in the body. Begin to send your breath to those places and let the tension release on the exhalation breath. If at any point this pose becomes uncomfortable, feel free to adjust and move, but we want to try and cultivate this stillness so that our body can really soften and begin to relax. Begin to bring awareness back into this space and back into the body. Very gently begin to come out of the pose, switching sides, taking the strap around the left foot, extending the right leg long. If this is bothersome for the lower back, feel free to re-bend the right knee, placing the foot flat onto the floor. We're not looking to push or pull the left leg in any direction. We're just, again, encouraging a stretch along the back of the leg, using the strap as an extension for the arms. This series of poses that we're doing here with the legs benefits the root chakra, Muladhara, located at the base of the spine, the pelvic floor, and the first three vertebrae. The root chakra is responsible for your sense of safety and security on this earthly journey. The root chakra is comprised of whatever grounds you to stability in your life. This includes your basic needs such as food, water, shelter, and safety, as well as your more emotional needs such as letting go of fear. When these needs are met, you feel grounded and safe, and you tend to worry less day to day. Begin to extend your leg out to the left. Again, using support underneath that leg to bridge the gap between the leg and the floor. We're looking to just stretch the inner thigh here, keeping the right hip anchored down to the floor. You can always modify this pose by stacking blankets or bolsters underneath the leg. You can bend the knee if you'd like. You don't have to extend the leg fully. Anything to allow your body again to relax and soften. If you're holding on to anything or something feels uncomfortable, it's going to distract you. So come back to a place where you can really soften and feel supported. Coming back to the breath, and without taking any movement just yet, just become aware of the body once again. When you are ready, guide the leg across the body over to the right. Again, using some blankets and bolsters as support to bridge the gap between the floor and your leg. Left arm extends out. And just rest and breathe into this twist. Any twisting poses benefit the third chakra, Manipura. Manipura is associated with the natural element of fire and directly linked to your sense of self. When the navel chakra is in healthy alignment, you will be comfortable with your own inherent power and become empowered. You will have a sense of who you are and why you are here. When you connect with your purpose, you gain a deeper understanding of how you as an individual can contribute to the collective in a beneficial way. You will let go of the things, whether it's your job or bank account balance, that you depend on to define who you are. Those things may have value, but overvaluing anything that's subject to change is a quick road to suffering. You have inherent value. Take the time through practice to investigate it, and you will be less dependent on external sources of happiness. Take a few moments longer here in stillness before making your way onto the belly. Place a bolster underneath the hips, resting the forehead on your stacked hands. Heels fall outward as the toes point in. I like to place a rolled up blanket right underneath the rib cage. If this pose is uncomfortable for you, you can modify with child's pose. This pose is not truly a forward fold, but it has similar effects as a forward fold to reduce stress. This pose is a great release for back tension. In our busy society, stress is at an all-time high. People are more frequently sick when they are stressed. Restorative yoga works on the parasympathetic nervous system. We use specific poses to calm down the body and give it the opportunity to heal itself. This pose also benefits the solar plexus, Manipura chakra, but it also brings balance to the sacral, Svadhisthana chakra, located at the lower belly and inner pelvis. Svadhisthana means one's own abode. This chakra is associated with water. This energy center offers direct access to flow, flexibility, and fun. When the sacral chakra is out of alignment, you may experience chronic low back pain, ovarian cysts, and other pelvic lower abdominal issues. Mentally, a blocked sacral chakra can be associated with addiction, repressed emotions, and lack of creative energy. When the sacral chakra is in healthy alignment, you will be able to source energy for creativity, movement, procreation, desire, pleasure, and relationships. Continue to breathe warm and wide into the belly. Follow the rhythm of your breath and the rhythm of your heartbeat. Remind yourself that there is nothing to do, nowhere to go. And whenever your mind begins to wander, acknowledge that you're thinking and anchor your awareness back to the breath and the peacefulness deep within. Here in this pose, the breath can move a little bit more deeply into the back of the body. Imagine you can breathe into the space right above your back waistband. Fill that area up with your breath. Tune into your sense of touch. Notice the temperature of the room, the air against your skin, and the different textures of your clothes against your skin. Feel the breath move through the body, and remember that at any point you can come out of the pose. Know that with the breath, you're inhaling to draw in energy and prana and vitality, good health and positivity. Your exhale is the part of the breath where you can let go of stress, toxins, tension, old emotions, old feelings. Let your exhale be full, deep, so that you have space for that inhale, for new, for fresh, for whatever you need. The breath is ever present. Mind is getting quieter and more focused. If it feels like you're ready to move on, you might begin to gently come out of the pose, pressing yourself up to seated. We will now set up for a supported child's pose, using a couple of blocks to drape your bolster over them. And begin to bring your knees around the bolster, laying your entire upper body over the bolster, allowing the arms to soften to the earth. This pose benefits all the chakras to bring balance to the entire body. Child's pose is the cornerstone rest pose in yoga, a safe pose where you will come to feel supported and nurtured and able to connect with your breath. On a physical level, child's pose is a great forward bend that helps to gently open up the back of the body while also giving the abdominal organs a massage. Let your props do the work of supporting you so that you can fully relax. Fill up the back of your body with breath. On the inhale, filling up the low back. When the low back fills up, the breath then spills into the mid-back. Finally, it moves up into the upper back. As you're letting that go, releasing from your upper back, mid, low. And if at any point here your knees or feet begin to feel uncomfortable, you can always come out of the pose. If you'd like, you might turn your head in the other direction, just to even out that neck stretch. Child's pose is wonderful for opening up the back of the body. Feel that softness around the forehead, the eyes, the jaw. Never feel selfish about taking this time out for yourself. You deserve it. We're able to take better care of others when we look after our own needs as well. So know that you'll be a better partner, parent, worker, friend by giving yourself this time and allowing your body this opportunity for deep healing. Breathe. Keep coming back. It doesn't matter where your mind goes. You always have the next inhale to reconnect. Know too that it's yoga practice, and it takes a lot of it. The ancient yogis called our mind the monkey mind. They're jumping around from thought to thought, one thing to another. So in our practice, we're trying to learn how to calm things down a little bit. It's not that we're trying to eliminate our thoughts. We're just seeing if we can quiet down the mind and turn up the awareness on the breath. Bring your awareness back to the body. Begin to gently and slowly press yourself up to seated. Setting up for Shavasana. You can set it up however you would like. I'm placing 2 blocks hip-width distance apart, draping a bolster over the blocks, and then bringing my legs to rest on top of the bolster so that my legs are a little bit elevated. Let go of any muscles that you are holding on to. Your jaw muscles, your neck and shoulders, even your eyes. Allow them to relax and fall back into their orbits. Allow your breath to fall into its own natural rhythm. As you breathe, visualize your awareness expanding until it holds this whole moment as it is, the sounds you hear, and how you're feeling. Take it all in and let it all go. Observe your thoughts rising and falling. Acknowledge them and let them go. Every muscle fiber, every cell is full of breath, full of ease. Your mind is awake, open and clear. Feel the earth below, the sky above, peace within. Feel the vibrancy of your body as you surrender completely. Savor this stillness for a few moments longer, bringing your awareness back into this space and back into your body. Deepen the breath Begin to introduce small movement into the fingers and toes. Gently rock the head from side to side. And as you feel ready, taking larger movements, stretching arms, yawning to release the jaw, slowly and gently making your way up to seated. Hold on to this feeling of peace that you've created by being still and quiet. And as you move throughout the rest of your day, know that you can come back to this peaceful state at any time. Namaste.